Day 30. Affirmations for extreme fear. If you want some affirmations for extreme fear, stick around. My book is 40 Days of Forgiveness, 40 days through Lent. We're I can do math, 3/4 of the way through. And today is extreme fear. Fear is what holds us back from change. Letting go of fear allows us to jump or ease into new ideas, relationships, and opportunities. There will probably always be a little bit of fear, nervousness, or excitement, but it doesn't have to immobilize you. So this fear is like immobilizing fear that we're letting go of. The old story is, I will always be afraid, and the new story is, fear has no power over me. I am courageous. Statements, take a breath after each one. I forgive myself for believing I have to be afraid. I forgive myself for believing that this fear is my fault. I forgive myself for believing being afraid is what keeps me safe. I forgive myself for believing I don't know who I am if I'm not afraid. I forgive myself for believing I need someone else to change and protect me before I can let go of this fear. I forgive myself for believing I'm supposed to be afraid all the time. I forgive myself for holding on to a trauma that makes me afraid of everything all the time. I give others permission to forgive me when I blame them for my fear. I forgive others for hurting my feelings when I was afraid. I forgive others for instilling this fear in me. I forgive myself for believing what someone else told me, that I need to be afraid. I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid I won't be safe. I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid this fear won't get better. I give myself permission to feel more trust and confidence in my life and relationships without fear. Without this fear, I'm free to feel more trust and confidence in my life and relationships. Good. I give myself permission to accept I can let go of fear and still be me. I give myself permission to accept I am safe where I am. I give myself permission to let go of the past trauma that triggers fear in the present when I'm safe. I give myself permission to feel safe connecting to the present moment when it's safe. Without this fear, I'm free to discern what's safe and what's not safe. I give myself permission to accept I can be brave. I give myself permission to love myself more even when I'm afraid. I give myself permission to be there for others when they are afraid. I give others permission to forgive me when I make them afraid. So here are the questions. What are you extremely afraid of? Or what is the fear that is immobilizing you? What comfort do you need to be less afraid? What community do you need to feel more secure and confident in yourself? So a lot of these questions are sort of letting go of maybe a past trauma, and being able to sort of recognize safety. So seeing that there's a risk that can be taken, but that is still a safe thing to do, or a safe thing to try. Instead of having a fear that doesn't allow you to move forward. Like I give myself permission to let go of the past trauma that triggers fear in the present when I'm safe. So that's like a huge statement that could mean so many different things. Whatever, like you could fill in the blanks. It could be like, I give myself permission to let go of the past trauma. You can name whatever that trauma is. And then that triggers fear or triggers immobilization or triggers anger or just makes me freeze, whatever words you want to use. And then recognizing that in the present moment, even though I'm triggered, I am safe. So it's just letting go of all that past trauma so that if I'm triggered, I can up here know, wait, this is actually a safe situation, and I can move forward with that. Um, it's a hard thing sometimes for people to be able to, when they've had extreme fear, to recognize when there's safety and when there's not. Um, but it's there. There's the ability, and there's also people who can help you recognize that and being able to trust them. Again, there's so much that needs to be built, but this is a place to start. So hopefully, you can start to let go of some of that fear and be braver moving forward.